una tumba diciendo aquí está ya el valiente Pancho Villa, por eso nunca lo podían encontrar.
Tienen cielito lindo, hijas hermosas. Ay, 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 ay. Y las
Salud.
Salud, salud.
This evening, I'm going to tell you a story. A cuento about the time my brothers, Ramiro and Fermin and I raided the gallinero, the chicken farm in Bernalillo, New Mexico, where we grew up. Now, that was a long time ago. Many years have since passed, and I've earned a higher education. I've lived and worked in different parts of the country and the world, and become what some would consider to be a sophisticated adult. But back when we were growing up in a rural village in New Mexico, we weren't much more than vato locos, crazy hoodlums. I was 16 years old at the time, and our papa had been away all summer fighting fires for the Forest Service all over the country. And we hadn't had anything to eat, except arroz and frijoles. But for 3 months already, and beans and rice just weren't gonna cut it anymore. Our bellies were howling like wild beasts for meat, fresh carne, or pollo, on the bone. So one day, we snuck off in our papa's 59 Chevy pickup. Heck yeah. We sat up proud in that truck like we ruled the world. The gallinero was set way back off the main road near the river, and it was Sunday when no one was around. I pulled the pickup right up to the front gate next to a sign. Trespassers will be shot. Yeah, but we were too full of chili and frijoles machismo to be worried about getting our butts peppered with buckshot. So we strutted into that yard like 3 macho roosters, born and raised there. My little bro Fermin and I went to grab a couple of chickens each, but my big brother Ramiro had a different idea. Just like a stubborn army ant, lifting 10 times his own weight, he dragged an 8-foot by 8-foot square by 4-foot high chicken coop right up to the gate. And we thought, whoa, for once in his life, that Ramiro Loco has got a good idea. Why not take the whole thing? We could fill our hungry bellies with pollo for weeks and get fresh huevos in the bargain. So we heaved it up onto the back of the pickup. That son of a gun chicken coop was way too big to fit inside the bed, so we straddled it across the sides, you know? The only problem was, it was empty. So then we had to catch the chickens. Okay, Edmonds, we gotta work together here. So circle around them and chase them my way. That's it. No, Fermin, not between your legs, God. Now, just that like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, we stuffed 39 dazed and confused chickens into that coop. Hey, where are you going? Plus one more for the hell of it.
Yeah.
But then we needed rope to tie it down. Fermin, you go search the barn and I'll check over by the pile of junk. Ramiro, go look over by the corral. Well, we couldn't find any rope, but my little bro, Fermin, did find a bottle of tequila stashed behind some feed. Woo! I grabbed that bottle from him, but barely downed one stinking swallow before my big bro Ramiro snatched it right out of my mouth. Ow! Cuidado! Just about busted my tooth, loco! And Fermin was getting worried. Let's get the heck out of here before these noisy chickens bring the New Mexico National Guard down on us. Shut up! Cállate tus hocicos, you stupid gallinas! No te oigas, Fermin, I got this. Don't worry about it. I drove. And we took a back road near the river so nobody would notice us. I was hauling butt down that bumpy dirt road like the devil, galloping his fierce stallion out of the fires of hell, like he was trying to show off to God that he was the better rider. But even El Diablo better not try to show up God, because he's sure as hell gonna fry for it later. So I was speeding our papa's old pickup down that bumpy dirt road with that big old son of a gun chicken coop stuffed full of those 40 chickens on the back. And my big bro, Ramiro, was riding outside on top of the cab. And he was gulping down that tequila and dancing the hula. And we had put Fermin on top of the chicken coop to weigh it down. You know, that's because he was the youngest. And Fermin was squawking louder than the freaked out chickens. Slow down, Cristobal! I don't want to die, gosh darn it! And Ramiro shouted him down, "Don't listen to that chicken lips, cobarde! Flori Cristobal!" And that is when I felt him. El Diablo himself. That red devil clawed the back of my neck. And hissed into my ear.
The pedal to the metal, Cristobal. Ratoncito! La Huda is right behind you. The cops are gonna put you in front of the firing squad, Pistolito Estupido. You're gonna get executed, just like your abuela Escolástica, who fought alongside Pancho Villa and his Mexican Revolutionary Army of the North.
But you ain't gonna be no hero like your grandmother.
Just a little chicken poop pissing in his pantalones.
And everybody's gonna bust a gut over Cristobal.
The coward who waited the shortest just before he got shot.
And that devil got to laugh so loud that he pitched right out of the cab and bounced off the side of the road, boom, 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 until he plowed into a massive, twisted cottonwood plot. And his insides splattered all over the hierba vibra, the snakeweed growing along the roadside. Oh, what a bloody mess. But El Diablo, what did he care? He just kept guffawing his guts out. What would you do when the devil is burning your ear with his fiery, stinky breath? I floored that sucker. And the truck blasted forward like a dragster from Hades. That meanly barely caught onto the cab with his fingernails, but somehow he managed to pin that chicken coop down with his body. But what helped with the weight was that Ramiro whipped backwards off the top of the cab and onto Fermin, smashing the poor kid's face into the wire mesh of the coop. Ramiro's feet were pointing straight up in the air, but he still managed to gulp from that bottle of tequila and sing a ranchera while on his back. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. But somehow, we were still all together with those 40 chickens. Oh, it was looking good, like we were home free. Oh, I could already taste the juicy flesh, fresh out of the hot oil. When suddenly the road ended. All I could think was, who put that God-forsaken irrigation ditch there? Evil trickster, Diablo. And our papa's pickup went airborne. Oh, kaboom! We plowed into the other side of that white ditch. Ramiro shot off the top of Fermin like he'd been fired from a cannon, and he flew at least 299 yards, polishing off that tequila and entertaining himself the whole way. I'm Ramiro Bandido, and I'm here to say I am the most bestest bandido in the world today. When suddenly, El Diablo was flying right alongside Ramiro. Orale! Not from around here. Don't you? You think you're pretty slick, eh? Ramiro Bandido estúpido. Orale! Don't call me estúpido, or I'll throw you with a rock. You're a bandido estúpido, and I'm here to say you are the most volado bandido in the world today. Yeah. Who you supposed to be?
stupid as you look, eh? Ramiro Cretino. I'm plenty smart enough. Who you think came up with a plan to raid the gallinero? I did. Oh, you big fat liar! I thought it up, mentiroso! I planted the wicked seed in your pea brain. No. Don't try to take the credit now that it's done. Cause you ain't getting nada. Not even one. Not even one wishbone to gnaw on. Oh, stingy bandido! Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Can't keep what you don't got. I got 40 of them. What in the gallinas? And I'm gonna chow down on every last one of them juicy birds. I'm gonna deep fry them and wrap the pollo in flour tortillas with homegrown green chile. Too bad you wouldn't share, cause now you got nada, ni sipo cero. Your little brother, Fermin, is flying far away with a 40 gallinas. So all you got left is an empty bottle of La Gritona and a grandote pain in the cabeza. Get lost, Diablo. I ain't scared of you. I'm Ramiro Bandido, and I'm here to say I am the mostest, greatest bandido in the world today. Yeah. I'm falling! Splat! Ramiro smacked into the mud of the Rio Grande all the way on the other side of the river. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Not even El Diablo himself could have survived that. But Ramiro got lucky and landed on his head. Oh. But you should have seen my little bro Fermin. Fermin catapulted into the sky like a rock out of the devil's slingshot. Shoo! That poor kid clung to the top of that chicken coop for dear life. And he and the 40 chickens were squawking bloody murder. Then he took hell, Cristobal! Papa's gonna kill me if I get killed! And they spun faster and faster and faster and faster until they became a blur and flew so high that I thought they were gonna land on the moon. Madre de Dios, ayúdame. I'm sorry for all the sins I committed. I promise not to steal any more chickens. Please, bring me down safely, por favor, madrecita. Sniveling. Chicken lips cobarde, Fermencito. You think La Madre can help you now? What's gonna happen to you after you leave the Earth's atmosphere. How long can you hold your breath, Fulancito? Not long enough. And don't believe all those old wives' tales neither. The moon ain't made of cheese. So you ain't gonna have nothing to satisfy your hunger, except 40 gallinas, but you gotta eat them raw. And after there's nothing left but feathers and beaks, then what? El Diablo! At your service!
Dios Jesús, María José, protect me. Deliver me from me, Lord, por favor. Peter, St. Paul, por favor, Santa Cecilia, Santa Bárbara, San Juditas.
To hell with it!
Oh, no, not to hell, not to hell. Líbrame del mal, por favor. San Agustín, San Francisco, San Antonio, Santa Teresa, San Agnes.
This covardecito Maria's boy ain't worth the aggravation. Too many patron saints to fight off. I hate patron saints. They give me ulcers and acid reflux. But that Ramiro Tonto is a different animalito altogether. He's a bandido baboso, and I'm here to say he is the mostest hard-headed bandido in the world today. Oh yes, Ramiro Bandido Estúpido. Where are you going so fast with all those gallinas? Oh, you ain't going nowhere with your head stuck in the mud like a payaso asking. Did you bury your head in the mud of the Rio Grande because you're trying to hide from Satanas? Now that you don't got no tequila to prop up your false courage. Can you hear me? Wiggle your feet if you can hear me. Bueno, pues, that's good. That is good. We would not want to have a failure to communicate here. Okay, are you thirsty yet? Hard to quench your thirst with your fat head buried 2 feet in the mud, huh? Oh, that's like I told you so, ain't it? Oh, my bad, my bad. I would never say I told you so. Oye, estúpido. Any word from your little brother Fermin and those 40 gallinas? Well, I just talked to him, but he was pretty pissed off at you and Cristobal for making him ride on top of the chicken coop. He said he could have got killed that way. As a matter of fact, he almost did get killed. And so he said that he was gonna get even. Sweet revenge. You want to know how? Wiggle your feet if you do. Bueno, pues. He told me that he was gonna eat all the chickens by himself. Sure, that's what he said. He wasn't gonna leave even one bite for you, because you always put him in harm's way.
Well, I kept watching the sky for my little brother Fermin and that coop stuffed full of those 40 chickens to come back down to earth, but there was no sign of them. So I decided that I'd better rescue Ramiro. Ramiro was all the way on the opposite bank of the river with his head stuck deep in the mud. So I swam across the Rio Grande, braving rapids and unpredictable currents, fighting off crocodiles and hippopotamuses. Wrong continent. There are no crocs or hippos in New Mexico, but there are man-eating catfish. And one could have swallowed me whole and digested me into a nasty goo. It could have happened. So I climbed out of the river, and I took hold of Ramiro's legs, and I stinky feet. Yeah. I told him to ditch those teddies, but he never listens to me. Ramiro never listens to anybody. He's the most stubborn, and at times the meanest hijo de cucaracha you could ever encounter. Yeah. So I pulled with all my might, and I tugged and I pulled and I pulled and I tugged for 3.5 hours. And quite frankly, I did not think that I was going to get him out of there. His chubby head was like a suction cup in the mud. and then to make matters worse, and the diablo just about scared me out of my skin. Once again, that red devil clawed me by the scruff of my neck.
Cristobal, ratoncito, go home. You might as well give up now. Leave Ramiro estúpido for the buzzards to pick clean to the bone. His head is too swollen from pride and idiotic ideas to pry loose from the viscous clay of the Rio Grande. Besides, think about it. Everybody knows he's too crazy to trust. He could go bonkers, ballistic any second and bring the whole family to shame, to ruin. Think about it, Cristobal Pistolito. Life without that sinvergonzón, it would be much more pleasant. No more mean. Oh, they're brutal to beat you up and to stick your head down the commode. No more cruel Ramiro to stuff refritos with chile rojo down your chortes. No more twisted, malcriado menso of a brother to chase away all your girlfriends. And he tries to stick his tongue in their ears.
Think about the future, Cristobal. When you're married and got kids, you wouldn't have to worry about that crazy Ramiro driving your wife to drinking and abusing prescription drugs. You wouldn't have to worry about that rotten Ramiro teaching your kids to cuss and spit and flick the birdie at their teachers and to get sent to juvie hall every 5 minutes. Think about it, Cristobal Pistolito. Life without that Ramiro Loco, it would be way easier. Infinitely way easier. Think about it, Cristobal. Think about it. Think about it. And then that devil tempter just disappeared. He just vanished. But his seductive words just kept echoing in my head. Think about it. Think about it. He's right, you know. Life would be easier without Ramiro. He's just so darn unpredictable. You never know what crazy stuff he's going to pull on us. Life would be easier. What am I thinking? Oh, he may be loco, but he's still my hermano. I gotta get him out of there. Besides, Ramiro makes life more colorful. Life without Ramiro would be like eating enchiladas, plain. No rare green chili to spice it up. So again, I took hold of Ramiro's legs and stinky feet. And I prayed to the Virgin Mary. Oh, no. Oh, por favor, Virgencita Maria. If you turn Ramiro's head loose in the mud, I promise not to steal any more chickens. I can't promise for Ramiro because he gets pissed off if we speak for him. Please, turn him loose anyway. Ramiro's fat head popped loose like a plunger out of the commode. Oh, gracias, Dulcita Maria, gracias. Well, 3.5 hours of tugging and praying made me pretty darn worn out. And the rotten egg smell of Ramiro's feet didn't help either. So I sat down on the bank to rest and watched the sky for my little brother Fermin and those 40 chickens, while Ramiro dug the mud and worms out of his mouth, ears, and nose. Well, we waited for at least 5 hours and 13 minutes. But there was no sign of Fermin and those 40 chickens anywhere, and I was getting kind of worried that maybe my little brother wasn't coming back, you know. But Ramiro stormed up and down the bank, kicking mud every which way. The son of a butt cheek Fermin! You don't want to share. He kept the gallinas all for himself, stingy pepper. So finally, I gave up waiting, and I walked the long road home. But Ramiro was hungry, and not for worms either. He wanted pollo. So he stayed, and he made a bonfire so that he could fry up those gallinas, just in case Fermin decided to leave a few of those chickens for him.
Of where you're gonna end up. Bandido estúpido.
Órale. Don't call me stupid no more.
Don't get your panties in a ruffle, idiota.
I'm a man. I don't wear panties, Diablo.
You ain't no man. You're stupubescent. But anyways, there's no shame in wearing panties. I already told the whole world that you do. Pink ones with yellow Hello Kitties and embroidered with never on Sundays, except on holidays.
I don't wear panties, Diablo. Quit telling lies about me.
Oh, and fishnet stockings too. Accessorized with a Build-A-Bear purse. Oh, you like my stockings? You like my purse? How about my panties?
Why you gonna do me like that?
Why you gotta do me like that? Híjole, don't get all weepy on me, llorón.
I ain't weepy. What do you want from me, Diablo?
Nada. Nothing. Not a single thing of value. Nothing. Except for your good-for-nothing crybaby soul.
My soul ain't no crybaby.
You need a hanky.
Oh, quit messing with my head. You got me all scrambled.
You got me all scrambled. No llores. Take this hanky and wipe that snot from your face, baboso. I just came to check up on you. Make sure you're ready for when your little brother Fermin gets back. Because he just might be hiding those gallinas. If I were you, I would keep a pot boiling over the fire 24/7. Because you never know when he's gonna sneak in. And I mean, sneak behind your back. Sneaky Fermin. Sneaky Fermin.
Sneaky Fermin. I'll be ready for that little thief.
Well, there is no way to get around it. We totaled our papa's pickup. And he just about tore the hides off our backs for that, and we deserved it too. But what upset Papa more than anything is that it took Fermin 17 days to get home. And every day, for 17 days, that Ramiro Loco lit an enormous bonfire under a pot as big as Cleopatra's bathtub. And he filled that prodigious pot to the tip top with boiling lard, because he was darn well going to be ready just in case Fermin decided to leave a few of those chickens for him. Well, can you believe that my little brother hitchhiked home to Bernalillo, New Mexico, all the way from Long Beach, California? About 850 miles. Yeah, man, the Coast Guard picked me up, and they rescued the gallinas también. La máquina ese, they found me and those 40 gallinas more than 60 nautical miles out to sea. That's Coast Guard lingo, carnales. Me? I was kind of impressed. Hot steam was blasting out of Ramiro's ears. Fermin! What the hell happened to my gallinas? Fermin did not say a word. He just patted his panzón and grinned as wide as the sea. And I gotta admit that for such a skinny little vato, his belly did look like it'd been stretched a little, un poquito. And Ramiro went bonkers. Oh, you little thief puerco, cough up my share, or you're gonna pay like the hell. And Ramiro manhandled Fermin and shook him upside down over that pot full of boiling lard. But I did not see any chickens come out. And I looked real hard too. But besides, I was shaking in my boots for my little brother's life. Ramiro, put him down. You're gonna boil Fermin alive. But our papa was as calm as a barn owl surveying an open field. Nothing ruffled his feathers. Carajo, Ramiro tonto. You ain't gonna get no pollo shaking Fermin upside down like that. But I know they're in there, Papa! Hey, Ramiro, don't be so estúpido. Don't call me stupid, Papa. It hurts my feelings. Ay, qué bárbaro. I didn't mean nothing by it, Hito. It ain't that you're all that stupid. It's that you ain't too bright. The chickens are holding on to Fermin's insides by their claws. Everybody knows that's what gallinas do. Mira! And with that, Papa reached into Fermin's mouth and deep down his throat, all the way up to Papa's shoulder, and he pulled a pissed off, spitting and cussing gallina out of Fermin's belly. And Papa plucked it right there and tossed it into that bathtub full of boiling lard. And then Papa reached back into Fermin's gaping mouth and he pulled out 38 more fighting mad chickens. And each and every one of them got plucked and then deep fried in Cleopatra's bathtub. But Papa was thoughtful and left one inside Fermin's belly because even my baby brother had to have his share too, you know. And can you believe that after all these years, that Ramiro Loco still refuses to forgive Fermin for making him wait 17 days for a fried chicken dinner? I tell you, that Ramiro is as crazy as they come. Sometimes I wonder how he could ever have been born my brother. I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe, just maybe, one day, while our papa was away, El Diablo snuck into our mama's bedroom. And, well, you know. Because that Ramiro has got the devil in him for sure.
Ramiro Bandido, my son. Ese bofo loco, el hijo mío. That out of his head, fool. Not on your life. Not on your death. Not even if you offered to sell your soul in exchange for me to claim him. I wouldn't admit even to a skunk or a lowly deer mouse, not even to a plague-infested flea. That a llorón cry-baby like Ramiro could be my son. What are you gonna do me like that? Quit messing with my head. You got me all scrambled. He's too weepy and sensitive to be el hijo del diablo. Oh, sure. Knucklehead mensos like Ramiro get themselves into deep doo-doo all the time. Sure, they act all tough and stuff. But underneath, they're soft, like the underbelly of a serpent. And if you give them half a chance, they'll do good by you. Don't you just hate it when people do good? I'm allergic to do-gooders. They give me hives and nasal drip. Do-gooders give me pink eye and high anxiety and hemorrhoids. I have to get colon cleanses from overexposure to do-gooders. No. El Diablo has no use for offspring like Ramiro. Because in the end, I'd be sneezing and wheezing and itching and scratching 24/7. It would be worse than hell freezing over.
Ramiro Bandido, and I'm here to say he's the weakest bandido in the world today. He can brag like a burro, or cuss like a cabro, but that don't make him no girl, just a papagayo. I sing a song about bandidos. I sing it low, I sing it high. And if you think you're big and ponchos, el diablo's gonna show your tontos. I sing a song about bandidos in the very, very beautiful New Mexico. And so I sing about Ramiro and his hermanos bandidos. I'm the devil, the tempter, and I've come to say that behavior ripens in a certain way. When you're puffed up with pride and you're right to sin, remember consequences will always do you in. Sin, sin, sin. You can put sin in a salad. You like my ballad?
You can put sin in a pie, but don't think you'll get away with sin. 'Cause consequences gonna do you in. But from the years of the climate of the scorching heat of Hades. And so they